Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. This is episode number 15. My name is Charles. You can go with Charwhale if you like. I'm sure you know that already. We will go... I said last time we're going to do a normal run, so we are absolutely going to be doing a normal run. We may as well just go Isaac. Now, I think I want to be doing some more challenges, and the only reason I'm doing so many challenges is because you unlock some pretty decent things from those challenges, and those things that we unlock will absolutely be helping us in these early sort of runs that we're doing right now. Yeah, we'll get different items, we'll get different consumable drops like those runes that we've been seeing. There's a lot of potential, and those challenges really, they really can swing a run sometimes, depending on the items that we get. So that's why I'm doing them, and I think it's best to be doing them as early as possible. That was actually a really cool looking dodge there. It was some Matrix stuff. That was pretty neat. It went right in between 3 bullets. Alright. This room I've voiced my displeasure with in the past. I'm really not a fan of these little Joey guys, as I call them. I don't really see another fitting name for them, so I'm going to continue to call them Joeys. I'm not entirely sure what their correct name is for the game, but I think Joey's good enough. Little Horn, not bad. I like Little Horn. Little Horn's an entertaining boss. I think he looks nice. He's a good, well-designed boss. And he's pretty easy, which is important, because I'm pretty bad sometimes. The only problem I have with him is when he sort of mixes up his attacks and he spits out this ball, and then you focus on the ball. You can't really read when he's going to throw that portal very... Well, you can still read it pretty easily, but you have to look at him to know that he's going to do it. And he pretty much only does it when this ball comes out, and he's displaying it really, really well for me as I'm saying it, because he kept doing it over and over again. So thank you, Little Horn, for being part of the discussion. Being a living example. When he kicks out this little ball, I usually don't destroy it, but in this case I will, just because we're on starting damage. Usually, even if we're on starting damage, I tend to not destroy it and just sort of avoid it to get as much damage into Little Horn as possible. But right now I don't really feel comfortable doing that, because there's no fires on the room, and usually I do that when there are fires. I can kinda finagle the ball to fly into some fires and destroy itself. Usually it goes relatively well, but you know, it's not something that's quite as effective if there isn't any fires on the room, and this has actually taken a pretty long time, surprisingly. We should get out of it fine, though. I don't foresee any problems here. We're doing well. I just want him to be hit by his own bomb sooner or later. Unfortunately, there we go. Now it happened. As I say it as well. Little Horn there was a big help for us. Would I rather have bombs or keys? I guess keys. Keys are more useful for the most part. That's actually a tough one. I'm kind of torn on that. I don't know if I want bombs or keys. Well, I got plenty of time to think about it. Whoa. Champion one up here. Perfect. Must be one in the bottom left. There probably was, but it looks like he committed glorious Sudoku. I heard it. Ooh. This is okay. What this does is, if we walk into a room and we see that it's enemies we don't like, whether it be, you know, maybe it's Bonies or maybe it's a big room full of Joeys, if we use this spacebar item, it will re-roll them and we get different enemies, but it doesn't work on boss rooms, unfortunately. So, if we go somewhere and there's a bunch of enemies that we don't like, we can just re-roll them and be satisfied with that. That was really easy. Wrath kept blowing himself up for some reason. The secret room, I think if anywhere, it would be right there, but I'm gonna pop this open really quickly, just because we have plenty of stuff. Now that we have 4 bombs, we're gonna have 3. I think I'd rather have this key trinket, so I'm glad I picked it up. That was our secret room, thankfully. 6 cents out of it is not bad. 7 cents. 7 cents for 8 cents even, wow. Pretty lucky with the fires there, that's pretty good. I'll take that, 10 times out of 10. Alright, let's move on. We've done everything. Actually, what am I saying? We have plenty of money, let's go to the shop. Good thing we had 2 keys. If I knew we only had that, I probably would not have bought that item. I don't think it's too important to get that card. Mainly because we don't really need whatever it is right now. It's too early to be holding a card for the rest of the time, if it's a good enough card that we would want to hold. So I'm just going to leave it there. And we would have to bomb our donation machine to have anything out of it anyway. So I don't really... To get any money on the rest of that floor, we would have to use a bomb on our donation machine. And I'd rather have our donation machine keep going up instead of down. The first opportunity I get in a room that I don't like, I will absolutely be showing off this spacebar item. I'll show you what I mean by reroll enemies. But I want to do it on a more difficult room. Just so it doesn't go to waste and you get more of an effect from it. Okay. That's fine. We don't really want that anyway. And we never have to go back into that room, thankfully. 4 flies is easy enough. 4 flies, burgers, and fries, of course. A very good restaurant, actually. There's a bunch of them near me, and I enjoy them. I used to not, because I'm not a big fan of peanut oil, but it grew on me. I like their hamburgers, I don't really like their french fries. Oh, we actually took red heart damage. I shouldn't have taken that, looking back at it. Not bad. I'm usually not too big of a fan of those green guys, just because they can do... I'm gonna wait for him to charge before I break this. Just because they can do a full heart of damage if they touch you. If the bomb explodes on you, I should say. Which is kind of annoying. It does a lot of damage, especially if you're coasting on 1 spirit heart and you're trying to get a deal with the devil. Which we are not, because we already took our red heart damage. So we're not coasting on the one looking for a deal with the devil. We already don't have it. But hopefully we can find or keep this one for the next floor. And get a deal with the devil then. Usually the strongest runs I get start out with a deal with the devil, so kind of unfortunate that we didn't get it when we wanted, but... Oh, marked tears. This is really bad. But I'm gonna take it. This makes us constantly fire, and we aim it with this sort of red target that you can see here. It's pretty bad. I don't really like it. It makes the game substantially more difficult to me, because we have to sort of finagle where our tears are going with this mark. I don't know. I don't like it. It could be good against an enemy like Ragman, but you really have to focus more on aiming when you do it like this. You can't really just shoot in their direction and hope to hit them. You kind of have to, you know, shoot and be accurate with your shots. Which normally isn't a problem, but it's just more annoying than it normally would be. I don't need that. I'm actually going to try and do as much as I can to just him, because if we can kill him quickly, then the spiders become much less of a problem. He doesn't have a lot of range on those tiers, so I'm not worried about them at all. This is what I mean by it's really hard to aim. I'm sure you can see my my displeasure coming to fruition here. But that's alright, we got him. We got Ragman relatively easily. Only got hit once by a spider because we walked into it like a bunch of dinguses. Well, like a dingus, you didn't do anything, but you know what I mean. Alright, spider. There we go. And we do wind up getting a deal with the devil. That is unexpected, but appreciated. Do we take the guppy item here? I mean, we don't... it's not a good guppy item, so it's not like an instant pickup. but it's a guppy item nonetheless, and if we find more guppy items, we could easily become guppy. I don't really like it. I don't think we need it. If I find 2 more guppy items in the future, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed, but I don't think we will. Let's check out over here. I don't think this is the secret room. I think instead it is below. It's either below or it's right here. It's probably right here. Uh-oh. Oh boy, that was horrifying. I just saw visions of my life flash before me as that spike just ran over my feet and destroyed me. So, with that, with my pride somewhat still intact, let's go down to the next floor and hope to not find any more of those blue spikes. Okay, this room is good if we have flying, which we unfortunately do not. I'll take a bit of money, that's fine. And that fire clearly is smarter than we are, which is unfortunate. So already we've been hit on this floor. These guys aren't worth re-rolling. I'm waiting for a good enough room to show you this re-roll item. It's fun. It's just not fantastic. Especially the later in the game you get, because the later in the game bosses appear on regular rooms, and you can't re-roll them even if they're on said regular rooms. Range up, that makes up for a range downgrade. Even though a range upgrade is more, it gives us more than a range downgrade takes, which is very nice of them. This should be easy. It was indeed easy, thanks to our damage upgrade from the last floor. This is weird. This is weird. This is just a weird run. Euphoria I don't think is a very fantastic item. A lot of people tend to like it. I don't really think it's as good as people say it is, but I'm not bashing it. I'm not saying it's a terrible item, because it's not terrible. Oh, that's a red fire. Good thing I saw that. I would have been smacked all the way back home. We will probably look for a secret room and see if we can get the ladder. Because if we can't fly, the ladder is the next best thing. This is unfortunately a spider spawner, which is my second least favorite spawner of the Mulligan family. Number 1 being the worm spawner guys. But not annoying enough to re-roll. This shouldn't be too bad. And it's bad if you're as bad as I am, apparently. But we got dropped to that. So, not bad. This is easy with Marked. The only advantage that Marked gives is the ability to shoot diagonally. But you can already do that if you just sort of finagle yourself. Oh, Gertie Jr. Goodness. Please, no. Gertie Jr. with Fear Shot is what I see in my nightmares. Oh my, that's why. Gertie Jr. with Fear Shot. Has there ever been a scarier sight? I personally can't think of any. Come on, mark tears while you do. Okay, we're good, we're good. Ooh, that's a good item. That's actually a fantastic item. Well worth it. Let's see if our secret room is adjacent to our item room there, which it is not. So we'll keep exploring and see if we can find our secret room so we can buy the ladder. The ladder would be phenomenal. It already gives us a free bomb if we pick up the ladder. So technically we'd be paying 10 cents for it, if you think about it that way. Okay. I'm trying right now to just get a good look at all of the rooms to see if we can find a more obvious location for our secret room. And we'll take a look in here. If it has something good, that's good enough. I think we can do this. Perfect, and we get enough money for our shop. Whoops, walked into that unfortunately. These guys feared are actually phenomenal. So if we get fear shot on these guys, it's very nice for us. Okay, these guys aren't too bad. With marked, it might be a little funky, simply because we don't really have control over exactly where we shoot well, we have exact control, and that's kind of the problem. We don't really have a spray pattern to us like we normally would. Which isn't the end of the world, but it's definitely not the best thing. They are feared. These guys feared are really nice as well. I actually lost sight of our marked little crosshair there, but found it again in time, thankfully. That is a lot of money. That is actually a pretty decent amount of money. Very nice. So we can indeed get the ladder, which is good. It's good enough. Unfortunately, the ladder does not allow us to get that black heart, but it will allow us to get this bomb, which is good enough. Also, the ladder can sometimes help when you're trying to dodge things. I'm going to keep 5 cents for the next floor, and that's what the ladder does there. Is the secret room here? No, it couldn't be here, right? Yeah, it couldn't be there. I didn't think so. I thought we already went over that because of this room. It couldn't be here. So, let's go down. There wasn't a very obvious spot for the secret room, so I don't feel like wasting a bunch of bombs looking for it. These guys with marked tiers are way more annoying than I thought they would be. But, you know, we'll get through it. We have the range necessary to outrange them. Perfect. A little bit of money doesn't hurt. Maybe we can make our shop on this floor just as good as our last one, if not better. That was close. That's another sort of downfall of marked tiers, is you can't really aim to a spot that's going to assist you very quickly. It's more of a setup and do it from a distance and hope that they're not going to come in on you. But these spiders have no regards. They will, with all their power, come in hot. So we're going to drop a bomb here. We're going to see what we get from this. Fool card, not great right now, but maybe useful later. Leech is not bad. I think the leech is kind of cool. Whoa. We kind of need to get rid of this guy before much else. The only problem I have with the leech is that sometimes I get him confused with these worm guys there. What is this? Hierophant, or Hierophant, whatever you want to call it. Perfect. Hierophant, there you go. The Hierophant. Let's keep on going. We may actually look for our secret room here. Because it could be here, you never know. It is not. But it was worth a shot, just to check. We still haven't found a use for this spacebar item quite yet, but hopefully we will in the future. Leech, you gotta get in there, man. You gotta be doing more than this, buddy. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. Get in there, there it is. If we get a certain item, I'm not going to say exactly what said certain item is, but if we get it, the leech could actually be just straight out a game winner for us, and it could win the game for us by itself. Which is weird to think about, that something as small and insignificant as the leech could actually win us the game. But it's been done a lot of times. It's pretty common. This isn't bad enough. Oh. Okay, I thought he actually was shooting me through those mushrooms, and I was very sad for a second. But marked tiers actually helps us substantially in this room. Well, maybe not substantially, because we probably could fire diagonally and do the same exact thing, but time-wise it helps us. This isn't that bad. Unfortunately, I did still get hit. For the most part, these guys are just going to be shooting into these, which is cool by me. Especially if I can hit them, which would be even better. But it doesn't look like I can too efficiently quite yet. There we go. Got him regardless. Let's check out our shop. Greed. Greed's fine. Greed isn't too bad. I would rather have a shop, obviously, but, you know, if we're gonna fight Greed, this was probably not a terrible floor to fight Greed, considering we still have a pretty good amount of Spirit Hearts left over. We haven't found the boss yet, though, which is odd. I'm just gonna use this to show you what it does. it gave us these sort of all these different enemies instead of the enemies that we had. So there you go. If you were curious, that's what it does. Not fantastic, as I said, but could be worse. I got hit there because I was trying to get out of the way of my own leech. Gertie. Gertie is pretty good for marked tiers. Now all we have to do is sort of move, and we'll dodge Gertie. This should be really effective, actually. We kind of hard counter Gertie. This is actually pretty nice for fighting Gertie, who is already, in my opinion, an easy boss. So, you know, that didn't really help us a lot. Ooh, Pageant Boy, that's fine. If we can get an... Ooh, if we can save up a lot of money, we could actually get Kane on this run, potentially. Maybe if we get a 2 of Diamonds card. Oh, that's right, we fought Greed, I forgot. Did we go to our item room? We did, we got the leech. Alright, let's go. Down to the next floor. I should be looking for every secret room available, and I should be taking every opportunity to get as much money as I can. Pardon me, I got something in my throat. Simply because we want to get Kane. I think that's pretty important to get a new character. I would like to get Kane, at least I think Kane's a fun character. May not be the best, but, you know, he's neat. Not as good as he was in vanilla. In the vanilla version of this game, in the original Binding of Isaac, Kane was one of the best characters in the game. I lost track of where my marked tier was, and wound up taking a large amount of damage because of it. But, not the end of the world. We're still fine. I'm gonna reroll this room. I don't like this room whatsoever. Unfortunately, we didn't reroll it into something much better, but that's fine. Oh, I walked on creep. Fantastic. I look really smart right now. That was a sort of flick shot that actually got him. Temperance. Temperance is good if we can find a bunch of red hearts, so maybe after we fight the boss. What do we have here? Oh, we have these guys. These guys aren't too bad. We may as well reroll them anyway, just for fun. And we get the same guys, okay. That's unfortunate, but, you know, we did it to be funny, and I think we accomplished that. Alright, Leech, get in there. Oh, it's just this guy. Perfect. Well, let's check out our shop. That's actually pretty funny. If we don't like our shop, which we kind of don't, we don't really want Little Baggy, we can take this. I'm going to save it until we either go to our item room, or if we get a deal with the devil, I'll save it for that, because this rerolls, and I would love to get a reroll off on something we don't like. So let's keep going this way this time in hopes of finding our item room, which is perfect. We did. Perfectly timed. Alright, let's take out these spawners, hopefully with relative haste. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're doing very well at that, but we're going for it. There's one down, that's a start. Leech also gives us health back every once in a while when he does damage to an enemy. So if we randomly get red hearts, it's Leech. There we go. That was it took a little longer than I thought it would, but we're fine. We come out of it with our item room, which is, ooh. I think this guy is kind of cool. That's the only reason why I took him. He's not fantastic, but I think he's neat. He's neat enough to take. We needed to get rid of one guy before we could do anything there, but marked tiers didn't really allow for that. But we came out fine in the end. That's unfortunate, but we're gonna do it anyway. Bob's brain, or Bob's rotten head, I should say, is probably better than what we have, to be fair. I'm actually going to try and use it here, because I want to blow up some skulls, and we did efficiently, and we got some very nice double tarot card action from it. Let's go check out what we got. We got the Tower, which is not good, and Death, which is good enough to use on a room, like this one. I don't know how one died and the other survived. That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh well. Still came through it relatively easily. We'll take our dice shard and we'll keep on going. I believe with our dice shard in hand we should fight the boss, because if we get a deal with the devil we can reroll our deal with the devil item if we don't like it. And I'm actually going to blow up a couple of these skulls in hopes of getting black hearts, which unfortunately has not happened. I'm going to blow up this one and then I'm just going to leave and walk back in immediately. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, and 2 of diamonds. Does this give us Cain? It does give us Cain. Fantastic. Now we have a new character to play as, which is amazing. Well, it's amazing that we got a new character. Cain himself isn't amazing, but Cain is still a lot of fun to me. I like Cain a lot. He's not quite as good as he once was, as I said before. Whoa, Fear Shot on Monster 2 is... it's not ideal. But regardless, hopefully we can get him to do his Brimstone attack more than his jump attack. That way we don't have to worry as much about it. Unfortunately, okay, well, it is now, but it wasn't happening before. It's kind of hard to see his shadow in this room, so... oh, that was pretty close. We almost got hit there. We have been hit on this, but we haven't been hit from our red hearts yet, so we do technically still have a bit of a chance for a deal with the devil. I would be happy if we got one. Unfortunately, we did not, so we will actually come back and reroll our shop. And now that we have Cain, I don't feel bad at all about donating as much as we can. So I'm going to reroll. And Battery Baby. That's not bad. I actually like Battery Baby a lot. We would need a better spacebar item for this to be maximum efficiency. But what we have right now isn't that bad. It's not fantastic, it's just a bomb, but it could be worse. We unfortunately didn't get to donate very much there, but what we did donate was good enough. Good enough. We may as well take this Fool card down with us. And I think I should use my spacebar to look for the secret room. Or a bomb. I think I'd rather use a bomb. Just because that's going to be a very difficult angle. And fortunately, our first try gave us the secret room. Very nice. Let's shoot these fires. Take this money, and then we'll head on down to the next floor. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Bob's Rotten Head over the D10, I think is the one that rerolls enemies. I believe that was the D10. I could be incorrect, but that's what I think it is. We are on the Depths 2. This is the mom floor already. Wow. Let's hit this button, get the heck out of dodge. Perfect. Almost. Do the same thing here. This one is tricky, and I'm not entirely sure how we do it. Unless we just say, oh, we're supposed to save this one for last. Now I know how to do this room. That is incredibly obvious. I'm actually going to shoot this over there. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 2 guys that were sort of kissing like they are up top there, but oh well. We managed to shoot them with our Marketeers, so good enough. Is that a Battery Baby charge? It was. We whiffed. We went right in between them. We still got a couple of them with that, though. I will be using the ladder to go over in there and place a bomb to see what we can get. I'm going to leave those 2 lovers up there for as long as possible because I think they're actually entwined. Maybe they're tongue-tied, as I tend to get often, unfortunately with myself. But regardless, oh, they absolutely were. They should be thanking me. Oh, that's good. Didn't have to use a bomb. Thank you. I'm actually just going to leave and come back, as I regularly do with those guys. Not a big fan of the hosts. Well, I like the hosts. Oh man, that's just max money. Well, there we go, maximum money. 99 cents is as high as we can go. Pretty funny. We actually made it to maximum. I believe that's the first time we have seen maximum money. So, there you go. That's what maximum money is. 99 cents. Greed heads are actually really annoying. Oh, here's our item room. What do we got here? Dark Bum. Not bad. Not bad at all. I enjoy Dark Bum, actually. I am going to use this key. And we get Emergency Contact. Okay. Better than the Fool, for now. Actually, absolutely better than the Fool, because the main reason why you keep the Fool card ended 8 minutes ago. So, Fool card is not necessary. We're going to keep shooting these guys, take our key. If we find the boss, it is Mom, so we will absolutely not be doing it immediately. Unfortunately, Bob's rotten head hit the sort of solid rock that I didn't want it to, and actually wound up getting us hit. I tried to race there, and racing was unfortunately the incorrect decision. Let's check out our shop. Good, no super greed. The portable slot could actually be fantastic for us. Magician is the most useless card, so I'm just gonna pop it. May as well buy the bomb, may as well buy the spirit heart, may as well buy the portable slot and use it a lot. Because why not? It could give us some good stuff. I don't see why we wouldn't be using it. You never know what we could get. I remember there was a glitch associated with portable slot where you would take it into the boss room and it would actually let you fight the boss more and more, and it was a very overpowered glitch that let you go through a lot of items early in order to get more of the items that you actually wanted. We don't want to take a range downgrade. Even though we got a range upgrade, I don't think that a range downgrade is very necessary. And we got a pretty fly there, which is very nice. Dark Bun, you can take that. This may be boring. I apologize if you're not particularly inclined to watch something like this. I understand that, but we gotta maximize our potential damage here and our winning potential, basically. We gotta do everything we can to win, and this is helping dramatically. And this is the last shop that we have. So this item may actually be pretty decent for us, simply because we can use our otherwise worthless money. Also, I'm very lucky that I actually saw that troll bomb out of our entourage of followers here. I didn't see it until it started flashing, and when it did start flashing, I just got the heck out of there. Luckily, I did. I would have been hit if I didn't. Go ahead, Dark Bomb. Thank you kindly. Hopefully we can get some more of those. Oh, as I say it, we get one. That's phenomenal. This slot machine likes us a lot. And right now, oh, thank you. This is... I'm just gonna keep moving along. This is too good. Too good. Very nice of you, portable slot. Portable slot sometimes I feel as though is an underrated item, but a lot of the times it kinda... It's not something that you really want. It's not one of those spacebar items that is just insane and you absolutely need to take it. It's not one of the top tiers. It's not an S tier spacebar item, if that makes sense. It's not terrible, and it'll get you consumables, it'll get you spirit hearts, it'll get you the things that you need, but yeah, it's not as consistent as some of the others. We're actually doing relatively well, even though we have these marked tiers, which is kind of annoying, but we're doing well with it. I'm actually going to dodge this spider-infested area by just kind of hanging out on my ladder, because I do not believe that they can hit me from my ladder. And we gotta get in closer now, but the spiders seem to have sort of taken up residence behind that. This is our mom fight. So we've actually been to both our item room and our shop, so I think we're okay. That's a pretty fly number 2. I think we're okay to come in and fight Mom. We don't really have anything else that we desperately need to do, since we've been everywhere important, or everywhere that I find important. The secret room wasn't very necessary, because we already have everything that we need from the secret room aside from potential items. But you know, that can be saved for another time. There's secret rooms on every floor. We can get them from any secret room. Oh, that did hit me. I thought I got out of the way, but unfortunately that hit me. Mom's foot there, I should say. unfortunately did indeed hit me. Oh, I got stuck in on that last rock there. Quite unfortunate, but we should be fine. We're doing fine, we should be fine. I actually lost track of our marked tier there for a minute, our little target. Quite unfortunate, but we're still doing fine. Pretty soon we should just be focusing on Mom herself only, because she's super close to perishing. I lost my target again there, but found it now. Oh boy. Okay, well at least we don't have anything to worry about in terms of losing any potential from this fight, because... Oh, I walked into something, but thankfully our Blackheart finished her off. Dark Bum, come and take this. Give me a Spirit Heart. Thank you, thank you. May as well use these. We did get a deal with the devil, I believe, which is fantastic. I will check that out momentarily. Just want to use up the rest of this. There you go, Dark Bum. Very nice. Very kind of you, Dark Bum. And here we get Little Brimstone. Little Brimstone is going to be so hard to aim that I don't think we want it. It's going to be ridiculously hard to aim because for us to charge it, we have to hold down our arrow key. So I don't think that we actually want Little Brimstone, which is unfortunate because I love Little Brimstone as an item. I think it's phenomenal. This is kind of a pain, but not the worst thing ever. Ooh, there's a rune. See, we wouldn't have gotten that if we didn't do any challenges, and it is Algas, which is actually a fantastic item, or rune. What is this? Oh, that does the hands. I thought that's what it did. Not bad. I think we fear-shotted a hand there. That was weird. Dark Bum, that's all yours. I am going to go back and pick up our Alga's rune. Alga's rune could be incredibly valuable against Mom's Heart. Incredibly valuable, simply because what the Alga's rune does is it gives us a pretty long invincibility period. So we can be invincible for a relatively long time against Mom's Heart, which is good because she has a sort of shoot 'em up section, if you will. She has like a bullet rain section that I'm not particularly partial to. Oh, we only had 1 cent. Why the heck did I come in here then? Gosh, I'm dumb there. We just wasted 2 full hearts. That was very poor play on my part. I thought we had more money than we did. Portable Slot used all our money, of course. I don't regret that though. Portable Slot, that is. Portable Slot's fantastic. Okay, let's take our Alga's rune back. Let's keep on heading this way. Hope that our boss is over here. Unfortunately, it is not, which is a shame. We are taking a full heart of damage for every hit we take now because this is the womb. So we have to be playing a little bit smarter. We have to make sure that our marked tiers aren't as much of a problem as they are, which is kind of hard to do because they're a problem, let's be honest. Nobody wants marked tiers. I only took it to be funny. What do we get here? If I could touch it, there we go. Bum friend, give me some spirit hearts, please. Thank you very much. Alright, these guys aren't too bad if we can get this one out of the way, which we can. Because these... oh, this guy is also circling, so good thing we took him out first. But these guys are just circling their own little holes here, which is fine. There's our boss room. That's what we were looking for. Once we take this man out, we will head into our boss room. Hope it's an easy boss, and then, Teratomo, not bad. Maybe a little bit more difficult because of marked tiers. Okay, that was very odd. I don't know if that's going to come through in recording, but it was just sort of blanked out there for a second. I think we were destroying him at a relative pace that was incomprehensible for a moment, and it took time to get it back. The Hierophant is very much appreciated here. Go ahead, Dark Bomb, get in there. Thank you, thank you. Moving down to the womb too. This is the final floor already, and it is the scarred womb, which is a shame. We're just gonna get the heck out of here. We don't want this. We don't want anything to do with this room. It doesn't actually go anywhere either. This guy, unfortunately, is going to be non-stop firing, which is a bit of a pain, but we got it. It's very difficult to see where our marked tier thing is on this floor pattern. Sloth isn't too bad. I'm pretty satisfied with the sloth fight here. Should get a nice tarot card, which we do. We get the magician. I guess I'll use it in this room over here to the side and then come back for our Alga's room. Guess I'll use it here in hopes of getting out of the way of these guys quicker, which we do indeed. I think we fear-shotted one and that made him to run away. Unfortunately, did not get us hit, which is good. We'll come back for our Alga's rune now, of course. Here it is. And we'll keep on going this way in hopes of finding the boss. There's a red heart for you, Dark Bomb. Oh, that's a spider. Not quite what I was asking for. Thank you, Leech. Oh, they dropped a pill. That's phenomenal. Pretty Fly. That's Pretty Fly number 3. That's a full suite of orbitals. Thank you very much, Portable Slot. Which technically did give us all 3. Let's try down. Down is actually the only way we can go, since we already went to the side. We already know that it's not in there. I will open this because this is our last floor. We won't be needing this many keys. That's good. Head of the Keeper is pretty decent. I hope we can take these little Diglett guys out with relative pace. I think... Whoa! I thought we had taken him out already, so it kinda scared me when he popped back up there. Thankfully, I don't think we have taken any damage in this room yet, even though we potentially should have. There we go. That's fine. Don't expect to win everything, or don't expect to win something every time when you play the portable slot machine. It just doesn't work like that. I don't know if we're actually hitting... Oh, we hit something. I saw some tears break off there. This is bad. I'm actually going to stop. Well, if I could stop shooting, I would have there. We actually went over those spikes at the perfect time. These spikes here. We went over them correctly, which is very satisfying. These little guys are less of a problem to their shooting counterparts. That's for you, Dark Bomb. Okay. Next time you'll spot me. Perfect. These big brains are a bit of a problem, and I apologize if they're a little loud. When they stomp like that, they have a sort of bassy, loud, deep stomping sound to them, and sometimes that gets to me. So I apologize for that. Ooh, we have a library. That is actually really, really nice. That could replace our spacebar item with something potentially miles better, such as the Book of Belial, or maybe even Book of Shadows, or Book of Revelations, something along those lines. Or the one that gives us dark hearts that I can never remember, the Book of something. And unfortunately, we get this, and a 2 of Diamonds card that could not be any more useless. Telepathy for Dummies is horrible, but we very well may just take it into the Mom's Heart fight with us, just because what we have now is actually even more useless. At least this does something for us. Oh, that's really bad. There we go. Thank you, Mom's High Priestess foot there for taking that guy out. You are much appreciated. We will take these guys out. Unfortunately, we do not have the way to the Mom's Heart fight yet, but I think we're coming up on it right over here. This is a really long run. Makes up for the shorter video, I guess. One of these directions, hopefully, will be the Mom's Heart fight. I have faith that it will be, at least. Let's try down. It is not down. We may as well just get out of here. There we go. Here it is. Alright, this should be an easy fight because we have a couple one-use items. We have our algas, and we have our telepathy for dummies, which we will pop immediately. And these sort of homing coins look very funny. I'm going to move around as much as I can here. We will pop our algas rune, which of course gives us invincibility, as stated. And we will do as much damage as possible to Mom's Heart here, in hopes of defeating her before our algas rune disappears. We will drop all of our bombs. As you can see, this algas rune lasts quite a long while. A surprisingly long amount of time. It's actually very good. Oh, I kicked my own bomb out of the way there, unfortunately. We're gonna keep going. We're actually almost done with this fight. And we got it! Successful run. There we go. Ooh, we also unlocked the Noose and Solar System. Fantastic. The Noose, I know, is a... Oh, we're not going to Shoal, we already won. The Noose, I know, is a secret room item, which gives us flying, which is phenomenal. And what do we get here? I think we're just gonna see the Noose, right? Yep. Good. We got the Noose. I'm going to skip the next part. That is eerie, because this part is incredibly loud, as we already know. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you tuning in and listening to me, and I hope to see you next time.